Okay, welcome back again. So, next we're moving on to our black-eyed pea stew. We're just going to finish that off. So I'm going to take my hot mitts, because this has been in the microwave for 6 minutes now. It's steaming hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some flavor to that I toasted some cumin seeds. And I'm going to take those toasted cumin seeds and grind them in a mortar and pestle. I love to freshly grind these. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, another thing that works excellently is a coffee grinder. I actually have 2 coffee grinders at home, one for coffee and one for grinding spices, because it's a very simple way to add so much flavor. Toasting, like toasting with the walnuts, toasting really adds a lot of flavor to the toasted cumin seeds. And they have a much fuller, richer flavor than untoasted seeds. So I've got those nicely ground now. So I'm just going to add those toasted cumin seeds in and give it a stir. You can see how steamy hot it is. And it's smelling pretty darned delicious. So I'm just going to cover that with some plastic wrap and let it sit for 5 minutes. So that plastic wrap will help it keep all steamy warm. Still pretty hot. And now let's finish another dish. So we have our roasted eggplant dip to complete. So what I'm going to do is take out our roasted eggplants. So we had those under the broiler. So we're just going to take them and move them onto the cutting board. Whew, they're smoking hot too. And so all I'm going to do with this is just take a soup spoon and scrape it out of the skin. You can see it actually comes out quite easily. And we're just left with the empty skin. So that's a really good sign that you've roasted it fully, is that it comes loose from the skin. Looks really appealing just at the moment. The reason that you want to take the skin off is because, like me, the skin is bitter. So you don't want to add that bitterness to your dish. You want to just scrape the eggplant out of the skin, and that gets rid of that bitterness. Okay, our skins go into our compost. And our eggplant, our roasted eggplant, gets scraped into our food processor. So we have the lovely browned bits right from where we first put it in the oven. And you remember that we added some lemon juice to this to keep it nicely white. So now we'll just pulse it. And there we have it. Our eggplant is just beautifully blended. So it's still quite liquid because it's so warm. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it and put it in a bowl and put it in the fridge and let it cool down. All of our flavors are in there, and we know that the deliciousness is all there. So now, as Joel demonstrated earlier, I'm going to hook my thumb in. Sorry, hook my finger in and scrape that out. Now that that's mostly out, I'm going to take that blade out and just scrape all of that delicious eggplant dip in. So this is an instance where we roasted our nuts and seeds. We roasted the walnuts and the coriander seeds so that they'd have extra flavor to add into our eggplant dip. And as I said, we're just going to take this and put it into the fridge to cool down. There we go.